Hi, my name is Maria Chaudhry, and you're here for more apothecary wisdom. And today we're talking about fevers. Our first video, we talked about what is a fever, we defined it, and now we're going to talk about what causes a fever, and we're going to talk about some of the symptoms. So what's causing this fever? It's really important to know, because back in the day, they believed that the fever was like a possession. You were possessed by something. There was an evil spirit. Someone put a hex on you. Or you're a sinner and you sinned and this is punishment from God for your behavior. And then we started to say, oh, no, that's not what it is. We caught a cold. We caught a fever. And now from my perspective, neither one of those are accurate. Obviously, you're not being punished by God and you're not possessed. No one put a hex on you. But also, you didn't just go out and just catch a cold, right? Mainly, it's your immune system was susceptible. Because all the time, we're around bacteria, E. coli, strep, whatever it is, it's all around us, and we're not always sick, right? We live in a public world. We go to stores, we're in public places, we're around, we have family members, and so we're not in this isolated bubble. So it's not because you just caught this cold. What really happened was your immune system was weakened. So why was your immune system weakened? That's a really good question. And there's a whole long list of reasons why that could have been. We've made a lot of videos about these things, and so you should watch those videos. But it could be from depletion. Like, are you malnourished? Do you not have enough vitamins and minerals? Are you depleted because you just gave birth and you bled a lot and you're anemic and now you're susceptible to infection? Are you depleted because you're not getting the sleep you need? Because you're insomniatic and you're up and you're always trying to stimulate yourself with caffeine and you can't sleep well and you're weakening your immune system? Are you depleted because constantly stressed? There's so much stress, psychological stress, emotional stress, spiritual stress, physical stress? Or are you depleted because you had a trauma, like you had an accident or your trauma and there's a portal for infection there? Are you depleted because you're eating tons of sugar? There's a whole host of reasons why your immune system could be depleted. Another one isn't because your immune system is depleted, but because you yourself are used to one environment and then you're traveling to another part of the world and you're not used to that environment and so you're new to that environment and you haven't built up an immune system defense against that. So when we're figuring out fevers, we talked about types of fevers, and so one of the types of fevers is called pyrogenic fever, and that means your body elevates its temperature to protect itself against an illness or a pathogen. And so when you have this fever, you want to figure out what's causing it. Where is it coming from? Where is this infection coming from? It's coming from an infection. Let's figure it out. So either you're asking yourself this or you're taking care of someone and you're asking them. So you want to run through this list of questions in a very systematic, methodical way. So just start at the top, right? So look at them and look at yourself and say, okay, headaches. Have you had any headaches? What about in the eyes? Is there any discharge? Is it red, irritated? Is there any infection in the eyes? What about the ears? Are there earaches, infection, pus, discharge, inflamed? The nose, sinus infection, congestion? The throat, is it dry, is it red, scratchy, sore? The lungs, can you breathe? Can you breathe deeply? Is there a bunch of congestion? Is there pain, wheezing? Is there abdominal pain somewhere in your abdomen? Is there GI upset, constipation, diarrhea? Is there kidney pain, back pain? Is there burning, itching, stinging, or blood in the urine when you're trying to urinate? Is there, like I said, a wound? Did you fall down? Did you break something? Did something pop, crack, strain, sprain? Is there a cut anywhere? Is there, I forgot one. Is there a toothache, a tooth problem? Did you have a surgery or get stitches? Or those are the primary reasons that there is a portal, an entrance for infection. And so you want to look at those and figure out what type of infection it is, and that's going to improve your treatment. And you're going to treat it more effectively. Let's talk really quickly about what the symptoms of a fever are. And I want to remind you that fevers are actually beneficial. They're your friend. Fevers are a sign or a symptom of a healthy immune system. Fevers are trying to create homeostasis in your body. The fever isn't the problem. It's the symptom of an illness that's the problem. But fevers can be very uncomfortable. They can be really painful. So let's go through the list. First, I'm going to double check the list and make sure I get them all. You have chills and goosebumps and like shivers. You can have a headache, backache, body ache, stomach ache. You can feel like your heart is beating really fast. Your heart respiration is up and it's working really hard. You can be like confused or lethargic or tired or delirious or have fitful dreams, fitful sleep. You can have like be really thirsty and be really dehydrated. The skin can be really hot and dry or clammy and moist. They have a really foul breath. Your tongue can have a white coating on it. You can have explosive diarrhea, or you can be really constipated, or you can be, another really important one is signs of dehydration. You could have scant or very dark urine. Another thing to talk about, and when it comes to symptoms, this doesn't happen all the time. No one has all these symptoms, right? But there are these things called febrile seizures. And just when you talk about fevers, you have mild fevers, you have moderate fevers, you have high fevers, you have simple fevers that can be totally treated at home, or then you have symptoms of more complex issues that require medical attention. Well, that's the same with febrile seizures. You can have a simple febrile seizure or a complex one, and I'm just going to broadly cover that right now. Febrile seizures occur primarily in children. They don't exactly know why it happens, because not every child has a febrile seizure, but they all have these symptoms. And so it typically starts when a fever comes on really fast and it's a really high fever. What happens is they get tense and they start to tremble and shake and they go unconscious. Fortunately, this only lasts for a few minutes, and they only have one in 24 hours, and they typically don't need any other medical attention beyond observation. And so, but they can be really scary, and so you want to be aware that that could be a potential part of a fever, and those are some of the symptoms. In our next videos, we're going to talk about how to treat a fever. So refer to what a fever is, watch that one, see about how to treat a fever, and then we're going to talk about how to treat it with hydrotherapy in one video, and then how to treat them with herbs in another video. If you're watching this anywhere other than my blog, go to birthsongbotanicals.com and push like and subscribe. And as always, my friends, drink deep and walk in beauty.